Welcome back to another Hanashi Round. Today with episode 11 for Kami no To.
Awesome, isn't it? A lot of stuff happened, like a quick review, a quick impression. Some good, some bad, some confusing, some not so confusing stuff happened. Yeah, I mean, like in the beginning, it starts off with him in this tank with this big eye creature, and I felt like it was a good cliffhanger for the last episode, and it was visually interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel like it felt very pointless because he was there like, yeah, I want to do that. Then we don't even see the conclusion, but we learn that probably the big floating eye agreed, and that's it. So it was basically a very flashy scene. Like I said, it worked as a cliffhanger perfectly, but besides that, it lacked substance, I feel.
Absolutely. It was a bit rushed for my liking again. Maybe it was cut out because they deemed it not too important. But it was just there. Before you realize what's happening, it was already gone, and he came out and was like, oh yeah, he approved. Cool.
Right.
Awesome. But in any case, though, they have this task where they have to be among the net dolphins to gather fish.
I had my, to be honest, I had my problems really understanding it, because I felt like the goal is to be eaten by this, like to get caught in the net and get absorbed and to get spit out again, and if that happens, they win.
Yeah.
But but the only thing that stands in the way of that are these orange creatures that would probably maybe eat them. Am I correct?
Yeah, something like that. It's either that the dolphins are hunted down and disturbed with their net building and hunting by the... What was it? I forgot. The little creatures. The ones that want to eat the net dolphins.
Yeah.
And then we had the little goblins that try to hunt the stuff that the net dolphins hunt to steal from them. And they have big worms that suck up the fish that the net dolphin's trying to catch. Anyway, it's a really convoluted episode again. They have crazy tasks as usual, and I don't have the concentration ability to follow it in the least detail. But anyway, there is this wild card in this whole hunt which is important. It's the bull. It's a creature that apparently even rankers are afraid of. So that thing, of course, appears.
It reminded me of the monster from Stranger Things.
Yeah, it kind of was like a demigorgon. That's true. But instead of 4 mouths, it only had, or 4 lips, it had only 2.
Yeah, it was a boring version.
Yeah, it was the boring version. And I thought it was kind of interesting. It wasn't the worst design I've ever seen. We get full concentration on our favorite princesses trying to fight the thing, which was cool. Like, there were actually some cool animations. The fights weren't too bad.
Yeah, well.
I just feel like the whole around it is kind of convoluted, but I enjoyed the episode so far. The worst thing I have to say about it, though, just from the beginning, is that I'm really annoyed how passive Bam is, or Yoho is again. He does nothing.
I mean, like he's trapped in a bubble. How much could he do?
He is trapped in a bubble, but that seems to be his thing. Like, for almost every task,
it's a metaphor. It's the metaphor for the whole character.
Right. He just sits there, and the other people are doing. Basically, Kun is doing everything for everyone, and Yoho just sits back and enjoys his time with Rachel.
Yeah, right.
Which is fair enough.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not. I want to see him fight. I want him to do stuff.
Yeah, maybe later. Never. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, some good thing is, like, some characters apparently died. Like, this one dude with the white shirt gets eaten by the thing. So, they get rid of B characters. I feel like they could have celebrated that a bit more, like shown how look, every character is mortal. We're just going to kill off one of those. So it feels more like a real threat, not just like, and he's dead, like halfway dead. Oh, we haven't seen the thing. He's already halfway dead.
I felt like they wanted to make it pseudo gory. Like, we have this moment where part of the corpse is still hanging out of the monster's mouth, which was cool, but instead of just showing more of it, as you said, showing the mortality of the other characters, it was just, it happened in the background, it happened off screen, someone died.
Yeah, and for a second it worked to that regard that I felt like maybe the tracksuit guy is going to die. I felt for a second this is going
true.
To happen.
Especially since I thought the girl that gave him the knife, I thought she is a more important character too, and that she will stay longer, and now she's out. So I thought, maybe tracksuit guy will bite the dust.
Yeah, another one bites the dust. Hey! But he isn't one of those people.
No.
And for another second, I thought Anak is I mean, like, she was impaled, which means nothing in Dragon Ball sense of being impaled. But still, I thought, okay, maybe they are thinning out the cast. But when there is this moment where the villain is like, I could kill you, but I won't do it. Then
that was the moment.
All right,
Iroh, we get it.
Right.
She's not gonna die, especially when he's telling that the other Dorsey is supposed to kill her. You know exactly what will happen.
Right. But that's the good thing, I guess. I mean, like, the for me, the whole build up, or the whole planning rule, kind of the whole task was too convoluted again. I felt a bit like, what? I tried to try to follow it, and I think I most likely did, but still. And we have these creatures, and they ride on these creatures. They like to eat those creatures, which are also disturbed by that creature. And you're like, oh, maybe you want to introduce one more creature into the mix.
Yeah.
I think we don't have enough already. So I felt a bit.
Just to quote Qui-Gon Jinn, "There's always a bigger fish."
Right. Well. So then we get to this little fight. Anak and Dorsey have their little game of who wins gets something. And here again, I mean, like, I'm so naive. I thought she's not going to lose the swords. Maybe Dorsey really is going to become her slave, kind of. But I'm so naive. I thought it would be an interesting dynamic between the two if that would happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're right, but I must say I enjoyed that, the little interactions between those two, the relationship that is building between them. I enjoy quite a lot, and especially Anak's TikTok was amazing. I love that. It was so adorable.
Yeah, that was kind of nice. What also was kind of interesting, or well played, I guess, was the fact that we saw how the director, we learned that he kind of put this test together. So apparently these worlds are artificial, and kind of put together how he wants the task to be. That's how I felt it is, because they're like, oh, you put that pretty quick together. It wasn't like, okay, we have this world already, it's lying there, just put them in there. It felt more like he planned it out, and he actually is controlling the bull creature.
Is he controlling the bull, or is the sheep guy controlling the bull?
Nah, I felt like with how they cut from him to the beast, and with this kind of coffee mug or whatever he had there, like, it felt kind of he's controlling it through this. I'm not sure, but it felt, for me, the cut felt like it's suggesting that he is controlling it.
I mean, we found out that he has the powers to control something like a big beast. And the other one also had the powers to control a big beast. So I wasn't quite sure, especially since we learned about what an Animar is. Narai is her name? The little girl, the cute little... No, not cute, sorry. The very young little yellow-haired girl. She isn't
allowed to be cute.
She isn't allowed to be cute because she's probably very underage. And if I say the wrong thing, the FBI might call.
But no, okay, that's a discussion for another session.
No, well, anyway, the cute blonde girl. She has the powers to control some kind of sonar fish who has a horrible design, I feel like. Yeah, it looked awful. Like, it's really hit or miss with the show. Like, some designs look really cool and some other designs look totally awful. Like, for example, I loved the initial design of the eel in the first episode that Yoru had to fight. Yeah. But then this thing had this weird big belly, this beer belly, and I was like, that's ugly. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Or how I think like a alligator beastman is very, very cool, and I love it. But his face is too blocky for me. Well, but that's nitpicking. That's nitpicking. Some things like the sea beast, the fish of hers. What's her name, by the way? I don't know it. We will insert it here.
Whose name?
The blonde girl's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know anyone's name, I feel like. Blonde girl, director, and the girl with the horn. I mean, like, even Anak is calling Endorsi, I don't know, horned girl or something.
Yeah, so. Horned girl. Well,
she doesn't even know.
Girl, right?
Yeah. So I feel like the whole trick is going to be that this weird penis-looking fish. Oh, am I allowed to say penis on YouTube? I'm not sure.
Well, you said fuck before, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fuck penis, cute girl already in this episode.
Oh shit!
All right. Anyways, so he kind of discovered the tunnel, and I guess it's the same tunnel where Anak and Endorsi are in. Everyone else is like kind of running away from these Oni creatures. So I guess more or less what's going to happen is that the surface will collapse, and all the Oni creatures probably will just fall down, and they will fight the bull creature while everyone else is going to escape. That's my prediction.
You know, with the little goblins or Oni creatures, I really hope that Rak would go wild and just destroy them, and we would get this big battle scene where he rips them apart and is destroying everything and is like, well, that wasn't a problem at all. I'm just stronger than everyone else. They're my prey. I don't know.
Nice.
I really hope they wouldn't run away again, but actually fight something. Sometimes I have a feeling they call themselves really strong, or we get this build-up of how they're really awesome. I mean, how Rak was able to pass the test with ease before and didn't even have to do the tag game kind of thing. And now he's not even fighting. Like, whenever he wants to fight, he's not actually fighting.
It would be nice. I mean, like, we have the katana dude and Rak being pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should be able to overpower them, but it would totally destroy the tension of the plot. So that's, I think, why they won't go there. Or at the last minute, like when everything is already done, they're like, hey, why are we even running? Let's just kill them. And then they do it, probably. But I feel like they're going to get killed or going to fall down the cliff, because that's necessary, I guess, for the plot. Otherwise, the whole discovery of the tunnel thing would be pointless.
Luckily, we don't write these scripts because everything would be resolved in a matter of seconds.
Right. Not because we're so smart, just because we're so awesome.
Right. We're awesome, so we only make really awesome characters who do awesome shit. just to recap, overall, I really enjoyed this episode, and I was happy that it was building up pace again, and that there was more actiony stuff happening, and that it got more exciting, basically. It wasn't as complacent as the episodes before. They felt nothing would happen. There was no real death. There was no real loss there. Now it starts to feel again like there are higher stakes in place.
My final words for the episodes itself would be, yes, it was way more fun than the last 2 episodes, but it not even becomes more clear. It's by now very, very clear that the show isn't, and it's not the show's fault, it's just my expectations' fault. It's not what I thought it would be. I thought it would be a more grim, more darker, real death game, but in reality it's more a shonen fighting thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, a real death mystery, kind of really mysterious thing. That's what I hoped for, but it's not like that. So I'm a bit disappointed in that, because I just expected something else.
Well, but let's see how many forms Yoru will have by the end of the show. Like how
he
many
goes ultra
transformations
instinct.
And super whatever Mayan modes he has.
Super Yoru Jin.
Yeah, Super Yoru Jin.
When he gets the long yellow hair.
Well, he is called Black Kame all the time, so maybe he gets long black hair.
Maybe
he already had long black hair, right? In the beginning.
Medium.
Well, anyway.
Ah, right.
So let's see how many transformations he will get. I mean, there's some connection to the Black March with him as well. So maybe he will have like an ultimate form that isn't his ultimate form.
This isn't even my final form.
Right.
Yeah, but my closing thoughts are kind of what we started with. Yoru in the bubble. How can you write such, and it's not even like a new thing for anime or this kind of medium. How can you write such a boring main character where really everyone around him gets more action, gets more development, gets everything? But of course you can love Yoru, and if you do, let us know in the comments. I mean, like, tell us that we are wrong, that we have no idea, that we're just here to bash people. I don't know. So you can vote like 9. What you can do what? So you can like the video if you think, yeah, they have a point there, or you can dislike the video if you think, no, they're totally stupid bastards. And then you can write a comment telling us that we are stupid bastards, or that we are awesome bastards. And you can subscribe so you can bash us in the next review as well, and tell us every time that we're stupid bastards. In this case, see you next time, I guess.